Leeds. As a promoter, as the summer approaches, all fighters just basically want to get out and fight before they go away for a short break. And the benefit of that is that the Leeds fans and the fans of people who come to the FD Arena are in for a real treat on July the 30th, because I've been bullied into about 16 fights on this card, many of which are here today, many of which aren't. Firstly, one of our title champions, Hearn, his nan passed away this morning, so he's not here. But away from those guys, Sam Eggington will return to action. Frankie Gavin will return to action as well. Tommy Martin, English light welterweight champion, will return to action here as well. And so many other young fighters as well on the card outside of this top table. I think the main event for this show is a real cracker, and it's one we've been looking to make for a while. You all know Josh Warrington, and over the past, particularly 12 to 15 months, you've seen him beat some of the best fighters from Europe and around the world. And now it's an opponent from a short trip over the pond in HYLAND, and it's for the WBC international title, and I think it's a fight which I'm really excited about. Of course, Patrick, very few losses on his record, and all at world level. You just saw him fight for the WBC title against Gary Russell, and Josh now on the verge of challenging for his first world title, and I think it's a fight which I'm really interested to see. Patrick, we know exactly what he'll bring to the fight, and hopefully some fans as well, and that's something that I guess we've lacked over the years, is someone who brings the support to Leeds, and if they do, I'm sure they're in for a lively night themselves. It's going to be great fun. Another fight on the card for the British light welterweight, or these days super lightweight title, is a fight that I think has really captured the imagination of certainly the trade and as well fans in Yorkshire, and that's Tyrone Nurse against Tommy Coyle for the British title. I know Tommy was over the moon to get a shot at the British title, and I think Tyrone Nurse has really become one of the top fighters in Europe at super lightweight, and not just in Britain. He's travelled around, he beat Willie Limond in his backyard on the Ricky Burns card in May. We've seen him in some big fights as well at the Leeds Arena as well. This is a really, really tough fight for Tommy Coyle, moving up from lightweight, which I think will suit him very well. But Tyrone Nurse is, a small favourite going into the fight, and it's a fight we really can't wait for. Of course, Gamal not here today, but one fight that we were talking about with the manager, Steffi Bohr, and someone I know his team is having a lot of money on him in this fight, is Josh Wale against Gamal fight. Josh, again at the Leeds Arena, we've seen him in some great fights against Gavin McDonnell, which was a draw for the British title, very, very close fight. He sort of moved up the divisions, I think, to his disadvantage against Lee Wood at featherweight, and now with Steffi Bull at super bantam, a chance to win the Commonwealth title off a young fighter in Gamal Yafai, who I think is going to go a long, long way, but he's certainly outside of his development stage in this fight with Josh Wale. I think it's a 50-50 fight, and I think that Josh Wale and Gamal Yafai will gel into a wonderful, wonderful fight. Neither fighter will take it a step backwards, and I think it's going to be great to watch. A young man as well in a domestic division, as all divisions are at the moment, that seems to be fraught with opportunities, is Ryan Burnett, and welcome as well to his trainer and manager Adam Booth as well. I think Ryan Burnett is one of the standout fighters right now in British boxing. I think one of the most talented young fighters in world boxing, and we saw him win the WBC international title against Anthony Settle on the Frampton Quid card, and now he gets a chance to sample the atmosphere in the Leeds Arena on July the 30th. Of course, we just won the purse bids for the Stuart Hall-Lee Haskins fight for the IBF world title, and the plan with Adam and Ryan is very clear. 3 fights for the remainder of the year, July the 30th, and then September, and then November, December, and then fight the winner of Hall against Haskins, and hopefully in Belfast as well. I think he's almost on the verge now of being ready for any bantamweight in the world, and those 3 fight developments will certainly put him in great stead to do so. And lastly, but certainly not least, a man who I'm really enjoying working with right now, fresh off his victory on the Joshua Brazil card at the O2, is DILLIAN WHYTE, who we all know is one of the top heavyweights in British boxing right now, and he's definitely one of the hardest heavyweights to match. And while the cameras are on us today, this is an appeal to all managers and all agents and all promoters in world boxing to please email me any heavyweight that is willing to step in the ring with DILLIAN WHYTE, because at the moment it's very, very difficult to do one. I know Steffi Ball's over there, we're just trying to get Dave Allen in the ring. I'll put it right on you now, Steffi, but he's already making a call. But seriously, it's very, very difficult to get someone in a ring with Dillian White. And I know he's boxed at a smaller arena in Leeds before, and when I spoke to him about getting on the July the 30th show, he was really, really excited to get on. He's seen the atmosphere, as all these guys have. We've got a very, very special thing going on in Leeds. And when any of these fighters get the opportunity to fight in this arena, in this atmosphere, they're very happy to do so. And I think by far, this is the strongest card we've ever had, probably in Yorkshire, let alone in Leeds. And July the 30th is going to be a huge night. So to hear from the guys, I'm going to speak to Ryan first. Ryan, I've seen your social media, been working very, very hard, looking really sharp. And now we've got a clear plan of where we want to go and how we want to do it.
Yeah, we're putting in a lot of work, and I'm learning every day. And it's not so long ago I found out that this could be a possible world title shot down the lane, very close. So just brings a lot of excitement to me. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what way things go.
Obviously, it seems that every division in British boxing right now throws up domestic clashes, and you're lucky that in a division like bantamweight, you know, you're among those kind of fights that are out there for you. Obviously, Hall against Haskins, which I think is a really exciting fight. Jamie McDonald, you know, has done well in the bantamweight division, 2-time world champion, and of course you hold the British title as well. So plenty of options, but particularly that Hall against Haskins fight is one that you look at very eagerly.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. I'm happy to be named amongst guys at that level so soon. And yeah, if I'm being named so high, then I have to stand up to the mark. And Adam thinks I'm ready. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Look forward to it, and trust me, you will love July the 30th at Leeds. It's a little bit like Belfast, actually, only just slightly louder. Josh, I know that having spoken to you, and I see some footage of you in the gym looking ready to go now, very excited. Seems like you've got a new spring in your step with Steffi, and I know this is a fight that you really, really fancy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last time I boxed at Leeds, I boxed well. Like I said, I drew for British there, so looking forward to it. Obviously, Gamal's not here to think, but his style, my style, and we're a gel and be a water. It's no secret. I've been beaten before, but people's outboxed me, not people's come for a fight. So that's where we are.
I know we talked about the odds earlier and we laughed about that. And
well, nobody's given me a chance, have they? So no pressure on me, is there?
Of course, but obviously, you know, when we talk about polls and stuff like that, people who fancy Gamal for the stoppage, you've never touched down on the canvas.
My ass has never moved to the floor. I had 72 grade. Won national titles as an amateur, box for England. I boxed at high level as a pro, British, European, world champions. Nobody's put me on my ass, inspiring and all. So, them 79% of people are going to be wrong.
And obviously, you feel like we're talking about this is a real fight between sort of man and boy in the division. You've seen it all, been there, done it, and Gamal coming through looks like a great prospect. But we're going to find out a lot about him on July.
We don't know, do we? We'll see how good he's on 30th. So. If I've been trialled and tested, I'll go in with anybody, and if they're going to come for a fight, that's my game, so we're looking forward to it.
Josh, we love working with you. You'll always fight anyone, and every time I have a fighter in a division, I think, what about Josh Whale? I know what the answer's going to be before we've even picked up the phone.
No, but you're good to work with as well, so
and
thanks for that.
And listen, that's great to work with as a promoter. Dillian White, we want more people like Josh Whale in the heavyweight division. Don't we? And thanks for making the trip up today. I know you're excited to be back again. Just boxed at the O2, fresh, against Bakurin, who, you know, I know you were not over the moon with performance. I thought you boxed well. Now we want the bigger, the real heavyweights, and looking for a man for July the 30th.
Yeah, see, the thing with cruiserweights is a little bit tricky because they're big enough to hold a punch and quick enough to always just be that much quicker than a heavyweight. So I was a little bit disappointed, but after watching the fight back, I thought, oh, actually, I did that right, I cut him off, I kept the pressure on him. I had to manhandle him a little bit just to get his change his mindset and his rhythm and stuff. But, you know, we need someone. Listen, Dave Allen keeps saying he wants to fight me, he keeps chasing me all around the place. So let's do it in Leeds. You know, Steph Yedy's told you, listen, let's do it in Leeds. Let's have a war in Leeds. I'll knock him out.
Tell him again.
Definitely knock him out. Yeah, if he wants it, the contract's there. I'm ready. if he doesn't fight me now, he will never fight me because after the fight I'll move on. So he needs to take his chance. Yeah, but you and him been chasing me on social media, arguing with me, trying to get the fight. So
Come on, Steffi, what's wrong with you chasing Dillian White everywhere?
you guys say, no.
He's a young ambitious fighter. Whoever he wants to fight for British titles, every young fighter. That's all it is. He's not disrespecting anyone. He just wants to, whoever it is, he just wants to fight for British. He's just a young fighter.
He needs to do something to fight for. I wanted to fight for the British, but the board subject, so we can fight for something else. We can just. No worries.
I was training him before, but I'm not training him anymore. So we signed on the daily contract that I did have, but I hope he's doing something hopefully.
You're his manager though. You guys know.
You're gaffer, Steph. Come on.
Dillian, these press conferences are normally quite friendly, you know.
I'm friendly. I'm just being direct. That's all. I'm just being direct. Listen, it'll be a good fight. It will come to fight. He's undefeated.
Yeah.
See,
I'll
I
put
got
some weight in.
respect for this man.
Josh would actually take it.
Yeah.
I got respect for him.
If you put me on early against Kamal, then I'll.
Respect.
But obviously, Dillian, you know, on a serious note, you know, we'll push for that Dave Allen fight. I think it's a great fight for Yorkshire as well. But you know, you're looking to move up now. We want to fight for the British title. Of course, the Chisora fight gets talked about as well. But jokes aside, we're looking for a serious guy for the 30th.
No, 100%. You know, I want to fight big heavyweight who will stand in the pocket and trade with me so I can get to knock somebody out today. And that's my mindset to go in there, box a little bit, but at the end of the day, I want to knock somebody out. You know what I mean? And from what I've seen in the fights, the lead fans love a good tear up and love to see someone get knocked out. So, you know what I mean? I can punch with both hands. I'm learning a lot of things. You know what I mean? I'm this close. I just need to tighten up on little things and working things, and that's what I'm doing. One of the main things was my conditioning and working and that now I'm starting that out. So getting there, have another 3-4 more fights and then go after a world title.
Obviously, I know you boxed in Leeds before and boxed in Hull as well. But since the Joshua fight, your profile's gone to another level. I mean, you've got a great reception at the weigh-in, particularly at Covent Garden, and looking forward now to getting that similar reception boxing around the country.
Yeah, you know, we're British fighters, and as British fighters, you don't want to just fight in London, you know, fight all around the country and build up your fan base and connect with the fans, and that's what I do. As you can see from my social network, I always communicate with the fans, I always give my time to the fans and stuff like that, you know. So.
Thanks, Dylan. Look forward to seeing you at the arena on the 30th. Tommy Coyle, you're actually another one who you don't have to ask twice for a fight. And this is a massive opportunity for you. Of course, had some big fights at lightweight. You know, beat Katsidis, had a war with Brazil, had a huge fight with Campbell as well, outdoors in Hull. And a chance now for you to win the British title. I believe the first man from Hull ever to win the British title.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope that's right. I've been saying it to everybody for the last 2 months.
Yeah, me too.
If it's not true, I apologise, but it is now. So, Tommy, big chance for you and a tough fight against Tyrone now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Eddie, thanks for getting me the shot, and Tyrone, you know, thank you for accepting the fight. It's every young fighter's dream to fight for that, you know, beautiful looking Lonsdale belt. I've said it before, I didn't expect to come as far as I have, but to pick up a Lonsdale belt and be the first to win it from Hull's, you know, a huge thing for me. And you know, I'm working really, really hard, and I can't wait for the fight, to be honest. Tyrone's a great fighter. You know, he's a very, very cute, talented fighter, and I've got my work cut out, and I understand that. But I'm in a good place, and I'm very, very confident of upsetting the odds. The weight is a huge thing for me. Me and Tyrone fought probably 10 years ago as amateurs, and I was the same weight then as I was at lightweight, 9 stone 9. I've been the same weight for 10 years. You know, that I'm a big boy now. You know, I shouldn't really be the same weight. So I think that extra £5 gonna be brilliant.
Obviously, a Yorkshire derby. We know you're bringing plenty down from Hull, and Tyrone's ordered plenty of tickets as well. How much with the experience that you've gained being in those big fights, you know, especially the outdoor fights, do you think it's a more calculated performance now from Tommy Coyle that we'll see, or will we see the same gung-ho Tommy Coyle who comes and loves to have a tear up?
Leopard can't change his spots. You know, first off, I'm really, really excited to fight in Leeds, because, you know, I'm a Hull City fan, born and bred, but I've got a little place in my heart for Leeds because my younger brother has been at the Leeds United Academy since he was 6, and he's now playing for the first team. You know, he's over in Ireland as we speak with the pre-season. So, you know, I've got a lot of love for Leeds. You know, I'll regularly go down and watch United play. So I'm looking forward to not only bringing, you know, support from Hull, and I've put a load of free coaches on for everyone because it's such a big fight for me. But I think there's going to be a lot of people from Leeds coming as well. I know a lot of the Leeds players are coming, so I'm just going to go in there and enjoy it. You know, a lot of the fights I've had, what Eddie's put me in, have always been, you win this fight, you'll get the big fight with Luke. That's done now, that's history. There's no Luke Campbell in front of me, or, you know, a fight to worry about getting past. Just got to focus on the present, and Tyrone Nurse is the present, and I'm just going to enjoy the ride, really am. I'm enjoying the camp, and I love fighting, everybody knows that. You know, so I'm going to go in there, have a fight, and I believe it'll be enough.
There you have Tommy Coyle's official appeal for all Josh Warrington fans to follow him on the night instead of Tyrone Nurse. I will throw one other carrot to both of you, and that is a potential fight with 140-pound King Ricky Burns as well. You know, this is a fight that obviously you've got Tyrone Nurse coming off a big win in Glasgow himself, and Tommy, you're always great entertainment, and the fans love to see you watch as the fight, as do Sky. So that's a real potential for the winner of this fight, and one person who believes that will be him is Tyrone Nurse. Tyrone, welcome back. Seems like you're in the big fights all the time these days, and good to be active, and a great test for you on July the 30th.
Yeah, it'll be a great fight being Tommy. I mean, I've gone from being that boring box to that kid who's always in a good scrap. You know, it's so I'm enjoying being on Sky, a lot of opportunities you're giving us. I'm enjoying keeping that nice shiny gold belt at home for me and my family. You know, I'm really looking forward to the Tommy fight. You know, obviously, like you said, there's possibly bigger opportunities out there, but you know, Tommy's first and foremost. Like I said, we boxed 10 years ago. I mean, I've put on £5, he's put on none, so you know, it's time we did it as men. Why not? You know, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great fight. We all know what Tommy brings, but it's not going to be enough fun tonight in my eyes. And you know, next step after that's the plan.
I think maybe a year or so ago you had a reputation for being not boring, but a technical boxer who was just very, very difficult to hit. And like you say, you've been in some great fights over the last 12 months. Have you decided to change your style to become more TV friendly, or is it just the way that the styles have gelled in the fights? I mean, Lim and again Tommy is exactly the same. With Dave Ryan fight, all these guys have come to fight.
No, I mean, we're not. I don't know if every time you watch it much, I get told off every round for doing what I'm doing. So, you know, it's not what I'm meant to be doing, but I'm enjoying doing it. It's winning fights, and you know, it's not something we've worked on. It's just I'm naturally maturing and growing, getting stronger and bigger. You know, and I think it's just styles and gelling. You know, and to be fair, I enjoy a good war.
Good. Well, you both do, and again, that fight I think could be a real fight of the year contender for the British Super Lightweight title. The main event, Padjo, welcome. I've been looking to get you on one of our shows over here for a while. Obviously, you boxed on the Dublin show. A big fight for you now, and yes. I think you know, for both of you, this is a must-win to move on to world honours.
Yeah, I think so. First of all, I'd like to thank yourself for getting me on the show. Josh as well for accepting the fight, and I'm kind of glad that you didn't go onto my social media because 3 weeks ago I was on the piss. But now I'm looking forward to this. You know, as you said, I have a lot of fans coming over. I have a lot of Leeds family, you know, supporters and stuff. My dad was a Leeds fan, and I've been watching Josh, and the atmosphere is electric in every show that he has, and I'm glad that I'm getting a chance to experience that fighting their hometown King.
Obviously, the fight against Russell didn't go your way. You know, one of the best pound for pound fighters I think out there at the moment. But tell us about that experience. You've boxed a number of times in America now. You know, coming to Leeds Arena, you love this kind of atmosphere. Yeah. But the experience coming off the Russell fight, you know, you must have learned a lot going.
Yeah, experience sticks to me. You know, the atmosphere is. I watch on Sky a lot. You know, the Josh fights. The atmosphere in America is not the same. But you know, you're showcased on the big stage. Fighting Gary Russell, you know, I knew he was fast, but in there live he was pretty fast. Didn't see the shot, speed kills, and that's what happened. And you know, I got over that and I passed it, and this fight came along, which is a fight that I've wanted for a while. As I said, because you know, I like how Josh fights, and I love the atmosphere, and you know, he's a great kid. He's beat everyone that's put in front of him, and I've wanted a knock off him. You know, to see how good he can move on, or myself as well, to get, you know, another title shot. So I'm looking to come over and ruin the Ellen Road dream, get myself another title shot. I'm probably third time lucky for myself, you know.
Obviously, we know you're a boxing man as well. You study fights and you've got a great style as well that should gel with Josh.
Yeah.
Both men more than likely to stand in a pocket with each other and see who comes out on top.
I reckon, yeah, I think that's how the fight's going to go, you know. He's the young bull, I'm the older bull now, but I reckon, yeah, we're going to stand toe to toe and give the fans, you know, a proper fight, proper tear up, and, you know, whatever happens at the end of it, hope we both come out healthy and move on to the next fight.
Josh, it's nice to have someone at the press conference who we can understand, well, almost, and
What's that
and not have a translator. We definitely didn't need a translator for Padjo, but
Thanks.
on a serious note, you know, it adds that little bit of spice to the fight. Of course, you know, you've been in some great fights recently. Again, you know, Joel Brunker, we could just about understand, but you know, the last fight was a really, really tough fight for you. I think probably the toughest of your career so far. And HYLAND, the fight that we've looked at now for a while over the last few months.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, still getting over. I still can't understand how Agassi with 6 foot and 9 stone. It doesn't make sense. It was a freak. But we had a tough night office that night. Did what we had to do and got the win. Got a huge amount of respect for Padjo. He's I get a lot of stick on social media, and he's always said, "Hold on a minute." He respects me, and he's understood how the process works and the fights I've taken, and when opportunity comes to fight him, let's get it on and let's do it. He's a top fighter. Like I say, he's going to bring a few over, so it's going to be a good night.
Obviously, we know you're a boxing fan as well, and we've been talking about this card for a while. Yeah. Looking to put something on in Leeds and Yorkshire that's very, very deep, and obviously the pressure's always been on yourself carrying the show. But now we have a card full of talent, full of major domestic and international title fights, and I know you're excited about the show on the 30th.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got a large fan base, but that fan base have got to put their hand in the pocket and spend the money, and for some people that means a lot of shoplifting throughout the month to save up for the tickets, and when they do save up for that ticket, they want to be there from 5 o'clock and they want to watch all the show, never mind just me. So I'm excited for the show myself. I wish I could be sat ringside just watching the whole show. Josh and Gamal is going to be an excellent fight. Big fan of Josh and his style. You've got Sam Hagen, I'm a fan of, and Frankie Gavin's good to watch. DILLIAN WHYTE scares me a bit, but I like watching him. Tyrone Nurse and Tommy's going to be a barnstormer, right there on verge of world title. The show just oozing talent all the way through, and it's going to be, I think it's normally the bars are busy until I come out. I think it's going to be busy in the arena throughout the night, and it's going to be a real good night.
Obviously, Padjo talked there about how the styles will gel for this fight. How excited are you to go into a fight and really have a terror? I mean, you've had to really box smart against Amagassa, and Brunker was tricky as well. But now, a guy who I think is going to stand with you and looks to come and fight exactly the same way that you'll like to as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, after Amagassa fight, with the talks of fighting out the road kind of falling through, I'll put my focus on trying on wedding dresses and picking my bouquet for my wedding in August. Seems that's to be, everyone knows about that now. And if there's any magazines like OK or Low want to get in contact, more than happy to come down. But yeah, obviously all that seemed to wind me up a bit, and I wanted to let off a bit of steam. So it'd be good to get in there on 30th and have a good old ding dong.
We look forward to that fight for the WBC International Featherweight title. Like Josh said, a packed card. I think 15 or 16 fights, and I'm not sure how we're going to get them all in, but some huge title fights on the bill, and definitely the strongest card we've brought to Yorkshire for a long, long time. So thanks for coming today. We'll see you on fight week, and we're going to pose for a group photo and then head-to-heads with Tommy and Tyrone and Padjo and Josh. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.